going live, and then yeah, I'm gonna ask the question of the day, which is like, what's your favorite worship song? And either of you, or both of you can answer. Up to you. And then the the game, I'll kind of run the game as far as like finish the lyric Hill song. So Henry, if you're cool at playing that game a little bit, I'll ask Derek one of the questions, and then I'll ask you one of the questions. And if again, if you know it or not, it's fine. And I'll have the questions on the side here.
Okay.
Um,
Henry, I'm not gonna hold back.
Derek said, "I'm gonna be savage, Derek, today."
I'm in this to win.
Oh, well, he goes serious on gaming.
And so, yeah, for me, I'm just gonna actually have the chat open on the side so we could see that. Um, but let me copy these game questions real quick. Derek said, "I'm gonna be savage, Derek, today." Are you on the YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you mute YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, don't try to watch YouTube like while you're talking because you'll see that delay.
Okay.
Because that'll
Do you want me looking at the chat?
No, I can have the chat open on the. If you want to, you can. But what I do kind of is I put the window of Zoom to the left side of the chat, so in the background I'll see the chat, but I have the Zoom box like to the left of it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I have like a notepad to the left of my screen with all the like information for the game and stuff. Josh is already in bright and early. He saw, I think you know what? That means Josh is a true one because that means that he probably has a notification when we go live.
Welcome, Josh.
Joshua Wolf.
What grade is he in?
Josh, what grade are you in now? Are you going? You're in high school, right? I'm pretty sure he's in high school. I just don't know what grade he's in. I think he's in 10th, but you know, he's always up in the front worshiping with us. He's got great voice. He sings too.
Okay.
Avery Marston is in. Avery Marston. Avery, I don't know if you knew this, but James, your brother James, was in the summer with SY with Dusty and I, and every single week we had the background contest. Literally every week, bro. All he did was right before he joined the live, he took a screenshot of his like notepad on his phone and put sports background or like Christmas background. He just titled it that, and he never won for background contest. And then this past week, I was like, I finally got to give it to him because he never quit. Like he was consistent and like, even though his joke was not funny and it never paid off, I was like, I'm finally gonna give you this background winner.
How many? How was your group? Was your group fun?
Yeah, I mean, our group was solid, bro. Especially like the last couple of weeks, just because like they had finally spent more time together, and so
yeah.
I think they finally were like, really connecting. And like there was sometimes where guys would ask a question and we didn't have to like answer it all. Like one of the other guys would kind of jump in and answer before we had a chance to respond to it. Like when somebody had a real question about something. So, all right, we're gonna I mean, we're already live, so we can kind of start now. I'm just waiting to see how many people are in the. There's 7 watching on the YouTube, so if you're on here, hello. I got Josh and Avery so far. If you guys are in the chat on YouTube, say what's up. Come say hi. Let us know you're here. Avery's like, yeah, he's geniusly lazy about James. Hey, if you guys are here on YouTube Live, hello, welcome. This is SY Live. July 11th is the date, and we go live every Saturday before our Shepherd Church main services. And you might see a familiar face here with me, my man Derek, who just a couple weeks ago preached a great message with the other young adult preachers that for that Legacy weekend. And so Derek is here. Derek's gonna say hi for a little bit and talk to us a little bit today.
How are you guys?
And Derek also brought one of his guys in. Henry is here with us on the live.
Hello.
Henry, is your mic working?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. You just being real quiet. That's okay. So, because Derek said he's going to serve you in this game, so you got to make sure you can speak up and play. So,
Alright.
Henry, what grade are you in right now?
I'm in sixth, going to seventh.
Nice, going to 7th grade. Josh is going to ninth, by the way. He's in ninth now.
Okay.
Henry going to 7th grade. How long have you been going to Shepherd Youth? For 2 years now?
2 years, I think. Yeah.
Got it. And then were you in children's before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the system.
Whole life. I'm a lifer. That's cool. I didn't start going to Shepherd till I was like in my 20s, man. So you guys got a lot of extra years than me.
I went to a
Like in your
different
20s, how old are
church.
you now? I'm like, I'm 50. No, I'm not really that. I'm not that old, Henry. All right. So here's what's gonna go down today. Today we're gonna ask you a question of the day first, and we're gonna play a game, and it's gonna be Derek versus Henry for the most part, and we'll see who can kind of win that game. And today's theme is gonna be worship because I'm here. So there you go. Worship is the theme. So the first question I'm gonna ask you guys, and if you're in the chat, please hit us up and let us know. But what is your favorite worship song? You can answer that question in the chat, and we will see that question. There's 10 of you right now, so I don't know why you guys aren't in here trying to talk. But you need to hit the chat and let us know what's going on.
Drop some comments. Come on. I want to hear you guys' favorite worship songs.
You need to see the live chat.
There it is. All right. Do you have a favorite worship song, Derek?
I think right now my favorite song is Champion by Bethel.
There we go.
Questionable theology in the middle, but that's okay.
Wait, is it you talking about the second verse?
It's the part where he says like I have the authority.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a stretch truth.
Okay. But what's tricky, you know how it is sometimes when you sermon write too, not stretch truth. What I'm not trying to say that, but like sometimes you like have to dissect something in a way and try to put it back together, and sometimes you fall a little bit flat. You're like, I probably could have done that better.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the case for sometimes when these guys write songs, because I don't write songs like them, or at least as efficiently and as frequently. I got Oceans in here for a favorite song.
Okay. Oh, Build My Life. I like
Build
that.
My Life.
I also like what's it called? Jesus Culture sings it. You guys sing it too. Everything and Nothing Less.
Yeah, that's Chris McClarney. He's from Jesus Culture, but Chris McClarney wrote that song. Bro, that song, I think I first heard it like 3 years ago at like summer camp. Not actually, we didn't do it that year at summer camp. I heard it before we did it at summer camp. And my buddy, actually my closest friend, Derek, the guy that I did a lot of hip hop with back in the day, not spelled the same as you. His is different. Derek is how he spells his name. Grew up in Guam, on an island in Guam. Has been out here since 95, I think is when he moved out here. He sent me that song because he knew like he would send me songs that I missed that wasn't like super popular, because Chris McClarney released that song first. And I think Jesus Culture knew him already, and they picked him up as one of their artists, and then he did it again on their album, and that song kind of blew up a little bit. I got Echo in here from Julie. Build My Life from Painted Yeti, which is Josh, I think, yeah. And then Julie also said Oceans. Oceans is a classic, and Avery said With You. Avery, With You was cool because this past summer, we didn't have summer camp this summer. Sad, cry emoji. But a year ago, we really liked that song, and we felt like it made sense for the theme. And so I got with my guys, Kyle Shower and Elijah Humphreys, and we took With You, and what you guys ended up hearing at camp. Like if you listen to that song, there's actually no band. There's no like band production. There's no arranging for band.
Yeah.
And so we actually put together an arrangement for that song. So at camp, when we played it live, it was like, bro, this is all from like what we, our brains. And so it was funny because I still have the voice memo, but Kyle Shower is in this room sitting like on this couch behind me. And this is like, almost 2 years ago now. And we were playing the song, and I was like doing a beatbox for like the beat, what I wanted the drums to be.
Yeah.
So I was just like doing the beat like kind of thing. And then he took that, and him and Elijah worked on arranging an actual track for it. And then we sent that to the band, then we did a rehearsal, and
That's so cool.
So so you guys know what goes on sometimes for these summer camp arrangements, but With You is a great one.
Available by Elevation's really good too.
Yep. That's a great one. That's Damien got me. Well, I didn't hear that one like early on, and then Damien sent it to me and was like, "Yo, this is great." Henry, Henry, do you have a favorite worship song?
I don't remember any of the names for the songs, but all of them are great to me.
There you go.
But I don't have a favorite.
That's all good. As long as you remember like the lyrics of the songs and they're important to you, man, then I'd rather you know that than the name of a song. That's more important to me. Okay. Well, so again, favorite worship songs, but today the game is going to be finish that worship lyric. And I want to say, yeah, it's Hillsong edition. So every single one of these songs is going to be a Hillsong worship song. And while you might be like, cool, at least you narrowed it down, y'all should know by now that Hillsong has like a million worship songs.
Anything from like newer albums?
I think a lot of them are newer albums, actually. You're like good because I don't know anything.
Like the last, no, like the most recent. I look, you haven't listened to that one.
Oh, I don't even know.
It's okay.
Um,
You can
let's
know the
see.
anyways.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so basically, you guys could either tie, or somebody will win. So if it's a tie, you guys are both winners. I'm cool with that. So here's how I'm gonna go. I'm gonna ask Derek the first one, and then Henry, if he doesn't know, he answers wrong, then you have a chance to steal that point. Cool? And then I'm gonna go right down the line and go the second one to Henry. Same thing, Derek. If he misses it, you get to answer and get the point. Here we go. And in chat, if you guys are live on the YouTube, you can answer as well on the side. And ain't no cheating either. I want to see you guys jumping over to YouTube.
I'm stretching my page now, so I can't even see the YouTube comment.
Okay.
Henry,
Derek,
I'm not back.
here's the first one. Derek, finish the lyric. You have to finish the lyric. You were the word at the beginning, one with God, the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation. What's the next line?
Now revealed in you, Christ.
Okay. What was the word before Christ?
Now revealed in you, our.
Okay.
Christ.
I just want to make sure that because that word, if it's our Christ or whatever, but all right, point for Derek.
Right?
I'll say it again.
Did I get it right?
You got it right. That is correct. So Derek's got a point.
Beautiful name.
Yeah, see extra credit or like what the name of the song is. All right, Henry, here we go. Let's see if you know these lyrics. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes. Laying yourself down. What's the next line?
I.
Oh, you could do it. Hold on.
Derek, you should sing it for him.
Wait, say it again.
Okay, I'll say it again. It goes. Josh actually answered it. He said, "Now revealed in you our God," but it's our Christ in the last one. All right, this one goes. I can see it now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Laying yourself down. You know, Henry?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
That's all good.
That one.
You want to steal this one?
Raising up the broken to life.
Raising up the broken to life. To be fair, Henry, that's that's a little bit older of a song, so you might not have been in youth when we were doing that song. So that's actually not super fair.
Don't count the point.
Okay, no point. You're gonna handicap that one. All right, that's nice of you, Derek. This one's back to you.
Thank you, Derek.
All right, here we go. All I want is to live within your love, be undone by who you are. My desire is to know you deeper. Lord, I will open up again.
Throw my fears into the wind.
Okay. Throw my fears into the wind. That is correct.
I'm desperate. When I throw my fears, I'm desperate just to know you deeper.
Well, no. I already said my desire is to know you deeper.
Okay.
But I'm desperate for a touch of heaven. But luckily, you got the next line right.
Yes, sir.
Which is touch of heaven. So the point number 2 for Derek. 2 for Derek. We got Michaela's in here. What's up, Michaela? We're playing a game right now. If you're just joining us, called Finish the Lyric, Hillsong Edition. Right now, Derek is beating Henry 2-0 right now. All right, here we go. Henry, here's your second question or second lyric. It is.
You got it.
I'm gonna just sing it though. I'm gonna sing it because it might be easier for you if I sing it, right? Instead of just reading the lyric. I'm only gonna read them for Derek because, he thinks he's
That's fair.
fuego right now. All right, here it is. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me. not against me.
I
Next.
am who you say I am.
There you go.
Boom. Got it. Henry on the board with 1 point.
There you go.
Probably easier when I sing it instead of just reading the lyrics. Just like sing it or say it like monotone, like I'm a science teacher in high school. I am chosen, not forsaken. All right, here we go. Number 5. This is back to you, Derek. Michaela's like, come on, Henry, you got this. And he did.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Number 5, Derek. All right, yeah, this is a little bit more of a throwback, but you should be fine.
Okay.
All right. You are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need.
Oh wait, hold on. 'Cause I have to like read it in my mind because
And
I'm.
then sing it in your mind.
I don't even know.
I'll read it again. You
Yeah,
are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free. Oh, I literally just gave you the line.
Wait, how's that supposed to sound?
Bro, I'm actually not gonna give you the point just because you don't even know this song, bro.
No, I know. Wait.
This you are alive in us.
Oh,
Can take
that's a throwback. I haven't heard that in a long time.
You are, and I just read the lyric for you. You know what? Just because I'm savage, I'm gonna give the point to Henry because he would have got that
Yeah,
one right.
give it to Henry. What's the score?
2-2.
Okay.
I could tell just from his expression, he's like, "Yo, how could you miss this one?" I wasn't even in youth when we were doing this song, but I know this one, Derek. That's what he said.
Dude, Henry, I'm so sorry, man. I'm more of a Bethel guy.
This isn't a Bethel edition though. We'll do that next time. It'll be Hillsong edition this time. All right, Henry. Here we go. Number 6. Here's a lyric for finish the lyric. I'm falling into you, cause no one's gonna love me like you do. All right. I've got nothing to lose. And then I'll sing it for you because I know it's easier if I sing it, right? It goes, I'm falling into you, cause no one's gonna love me like you do. All right. I've got nothing to lose. Next line.
Oh, that song sounds really but I don't remember the next line.
Woo! All right. Derek, I'm
Cause
not
I
singing.
can't stop, won't stop. Oh man, cause I can't stop, won't stop. Oh, falling into you.
That is correct, yes. But
Okay.
you're so not sure about that answer. You're like, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Falling into you. That is correct. Henry, you were so close, man. I knew that you knew the song. I know sometimes the lyrics are a little bit
Sound
funny.
pretty familiar to me.
And that was a tough one, Henry. Honestly, if Jeff didn't sing it, I probably wouldn't have got it.
Wow. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's see.
Is this my turn?
Yeah, this one's you. I'm trying to decide which out of the last 2 I'm going to give you. Which one's probably harder. The point total right now is 3 for Derek and 2 for Henry.
How about that? Mine's worth a point, and then Henry's can be worth however much it is to beat me.
Okay.
What?
All right, we'll see. All right, number 7. Here it is, Derek. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves when oceans rise. My soul will rest in your embrace.
Because I am yours and you are mine.
Careful, what was it again?
Because I am yours and you are mine.
All right, the correct lyric, Derek, is... Well, actually, hold on. That's actually not right. Henry, do you want to take this one?
No, I do not know. I never heard this one before.
You said, because I am yours and you are mine. The correct lyric is, for I am yours.
Oh, it doesn't
and
count.
you are mine.
Doesn't count.
For
I
I
mean,
am yours.
if Henry gets it, we tie it up, and then you just got to throw us a game.
Okay.
All
So
right.
right now it's still 3-2. Henry, this is... Yeah, Josh is on fire. He's getting them all in chat.
Josh is low-key
Cool.
looking him up.
He's like typing them in Google.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
All right, here it is. Here we go. This one, you should be able to get this one, but I think if I sing it, it might be a little bit easier. Ready? Here it is. Henry, the last one. You either tie. You can go to like a tiebreaker. Here it is. And all I know is everything I have means nothing Jesus, if you're not my one thing, everything I need right now.
Don't
How can I
overthink
forget
it.
that?
Don't overthink it. Think
Everything I need right now. Next line.
I don't remember the next line, but I know that song. I remember listening to it in youth.
Sing it in your head. Sing it in your head.
I'll sing it one more time. Cause all I know is everything I have means nothing. Jesus, if you're not my one thing, everything I need right now. It's all up in chat right now. They got it. They're getting it.
I don't remember.
No! All right, Derek, what is it?
All I need is you right now.
All I need is you right now.
You're so close.
Oh my.
Man, Derek, you just inched by, bro. You just got him.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Now, if we play this game when Henry's like, in high school, bro, because he's heard all these songs a lot more, he would have smoked you, bro.
Shoot, well, it depends on what part of the country I'm at. I might be singing hymns the whole time.
Ooh.
Oh.
We get hymn battle.
Uh-oh.
The kids in the chat have no
No
idea.
instruments at all, just a hymnal book and voices in the room. All right, well, Shepherd Youth Live, thanks for playing that game with us. Again, all 9 of you that are in here watching and playing. Julie, Josh, and Michaela all got that last one too. Yeah, they're all getting those. We don't know if, they're typing it into Google to find out the lyrics themselves beforehand.
I think so. Now, you know what? I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, no.
Who knows?
You guys sing? Do you guys sing on the weekends?
Let me see. I mean, I feel like every single one of the people in chat are people who are pretty consistently at the service and singing when we do worship and stuff. So I'm pretty sure they know what they're saying right now. I have a pretty good guess. All right, Henry, I wanted to make sure I said thank you for joining us today on the Shepherd Youth Live. Man, I really, really wanted you to beat Derek in this game. But Henry, again, thank you so much for joining us on the live. I'm gonna actually ask you to go, and then if you can actually jump onto YouTube and check out this next part of the live as Derek and I talk about some testimony stuff. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Cool. Henry, thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining us. Everybody in the chat.
Thank you for having me.
Henry.
Thank you.
Of course, man. See you, buddy. All right. Later, dude.
I had to do it to him.
He's like, I had to do it to him. I ain't even gonna help him. Not even gonna help him. Cool. Some of y'all are gonna get in this eventually. I know Michaela and Josh and some of the others. I'm trying to get some more student involvement on these lives. Cool. Well, we got like about 11 minutes left, Derek.
No worries.
And so when I tell a preacher that he's got 11 minutes to break down like 4 responses.
I close. As I close.
Exactly. We're officially landing the plane and we haven't even started.
Oof.
All right. So if you're joining us again on the live, we are in a series called Testimony. And today, all I'm really going to do is I'm going to ask my boy Derek really 4 questions that really involve testimony. And I actually did this a few weeks back with Brienne. And again, the idea that what's really important about this, you guys, is not only is it a chance for people to see how Jesus has worked in the lives of people that we know, but also I love the fact that you guys will get to know a little bit more about Derek. Again, he's not just some preacher that you see on the stage for Shepherd Church a couple weeks back. He's somebody who has been coming to Shepherd for a long time now, has gotten involved, very involved, has really been a part of our teams, and really is honored the call upon his life to be in Bible college. Right now he's not even in Cali. He's in Joplin, Missouri, in school, studying the same school that Dusty went to and a lot of other people that we love went to. So Derek is going to answer a couple questions. Derek, the first question I have for you today is, when was the first time you took your relationship with God serious and why?
Okay, so I grew up Catholic. My mom was Catholic, and again, I'm going to try and do this so we can get all these questions in. But my mom grew up Catholic, and my dad grew up Christian, but I was raised Catholic for most of my life. I had went to a Catholic school. I grew up in Miami, Florida, and so I was in Catholic school for most of my life. And honestly, like I had like no serious relationship with God. How I looked at God was like I treated God like Santa Claus. And so every night I pray to God. I say, "Hey, Lord, can you help me do this? Can you give me this? Can you give me that?" And it was nothing. It was pretty shallow. It was nothing as deep as it should have been. And I remember my sophomore year in high school, I was kind of going through a little bit of a depression. I wasn't doing too well. My parents were getting a divorce, and I remember my grandma just talking to me about who God is, as the father that He is, and that kind of started to build some momentum. It wasn't as serious as I wanted it to be, but I remember my junior year in high school, out of nowhere, we randomly found Shepherd Church, and we've been going ever since. So I've been going to Shepherd now, for like going on 6-7 years now, and again, I had like one foot in the world, one foot in the church.
Yep.
Never went to Shepherd Youth. I thought Shepherd Youth was like silly, and I regret that because I think if I had been in Shepherd Youth, I probably would have been a lot farther in my faith, a lot more confident. But
Yeah.
in the middle of college, I was chasing after like majors that would make me a lot of money, and I was trying my best to be someone worth knowing. And I didn't want to be a preacher, but the whole time God kept knocking on my heart and saying, "Hey, Derek, I want you to be a preacher. I want you to be a part of ministry." And I would say about like my sophomore year in college, it was like revival, and Carl Lentz was there, and
Yeah.
and I got to talk to him for a little bit, and then I met Victor, and Victor plugged me in with you guys, and so
Yeah.
ever since then, and that was about like 4 years ago,
Yep.
4 or 5 years ago, and so ever since then, I've kind of just been on fire for the Lord, and it was a long, long time, and it was a long journey, but God was faithful and was walking with me that whole time. And even when I felt like walking away, He was always with me. So definitely, sorry if that was a longer answer,
That's all
but
good.
yeah. So
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's it's cool. Like again, something that's the greatest thing about, at least for me, and Dusty would say this too, but working with in youth, just working for extended periods of time in the same ministry, right? Like at the same church, we get to take this like back row seat and see how people's lives unfold when it comes to them going from a lot of you guys from sixth grade all the way to seniors in high school and then into college for young adults. And for Derek, I mean, it's been really cool for us to see you go from like this guy that didn't know a whole lot of people and just kind of getting his feet wet in the church, and now to being somebody who literally preached for our entire church 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And just
yeah.
seeing God's faithfulness and how He takes you guys in these places is so cool for us. Man, my next question, and this one's important. I think students are. This is a good one for them to hear. Have you ever had a time where you felt like God didn't show up, and then how did you handle it?
100%.
Mm.
And I have two stories, and I will tell them quickly. My senior year in high school, I wanted to be a pastor. Out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. I want to be a pastor. Mind you, I was not serving at all. I wasn't going to Shepherd Youth. I was kind of just thinking to myself, I can be a pastor. And I had applied to Pepperdine University,
Mm-hmm.
Malibu. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Jeff Walling, our teaching pastor, he works at Pepperdine. And I thought to myself, you know what? I can be I'm going to learn Jeff Walling. It's going to be great. I'm going to be his like student. I'm going to be his pupil. He's going to raise me up. It's going to be great. And I put all my eggs in that basket. And I told myself, if God really wants me to be a pastor, He's going to do it the way I want it to be.
Uh-huh.
He's going to put me into Pepperdine. And I never got in. And I was heartbroken. And for a second, I really thought to myself, well, I guess God doesn't want me to be a pastor. And so I kind of set myself up for that one. But through all of that, God was just working in my heart. And now I'm at one of the best Bible colleges in the whole country here in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have never planned that. I would have never thought,
No.
5 years ago that I would ever be in the middle of Joplin. And I'm not even in like one of those cool cities like Kansas City or St. Louis. I'm like,
I've been there, bro.
A little small town.
I haven't been many places, but I've been in Joplin.
It's small. It's small.
Very small.
That was one of them. Another one was about, I want to say it was last summer. And I remember all of my friends in college, they were doing internships and they were going all over the country serving and doing all of these things. And I had no internships lined up. I had no plans. I had no summer job, and I just came back home. And I
Mhm.
served at high school camp and I served at middle school camp. And I remember thinking to myself, like, does God even see me?
Mm.
Like, do I even matter? Like, does any of this, because I had been at Ozark for a semester, and I felt like I was growing, and I felt like, does anybody notice me? Like,
Yeah.
is anybody watching? I mean, God, do you notice me? Are you even there? Um, and and all of that foolishness and all of my foolish thinking, like, he was there the whole time. He was
Mm.
there the whole time, and he was preparing me. You know what I mean? And little did I know, and I would have messed it all up for myself had I tried to pursue internships, had I tried to, you know, try and push and force God's hand on my life. I would have missed out on the church that I'm preaching at today.
Yep.
Because the second I got back to school, a good friend of mine, he was preaching at a church full time, and he said, "Hey, I want to bring you on for once a month, and I'll let you preach once a month, and then when I'm gone, you take over full time." And I got to
Wow.
see the fruit of that. And
Yeah.
now I'm here as a full time minister, and I preach every Sundays. And at the end of the day, God had that plan, but I had to be patient, and I had to eventually. It took me a while. It took me a while to get to that point where I could realize that God was actually working, even in silence, even in me just creating all of these false expectations.
Yeah.
For me to understand, like, hey, God is always present. God is always there, and He's always watching. And so, I wish I could talk about that story more, but I know we're short on time.
I feel
But
you, bro. Plenty of opportunities, man, at Shepherd Youth. I know for a fact that you'll be back sharing those stories. I know you talked about the story of Hagar and how that related to your
yes,
life too.
I have
So
it here actually because I know one of your questions was favorite verses, and really quick, guys, Genesis 16. If you ever feel, this is for everybody watching, if you guys ever feel like God doesn't notice you, if you ever feel like what you do is insignificant, if you ever feel like nobody's in your corner, if you ever feel like nobody cares, I want you to know that that's not true.
mhm.
I want you to know that God cares, God sees you, God knows you, and God has created you and formed you. And it says this in Genesis 16, verse 13. And it's this girl, and her name's Hagar, and she just has a child, and it's a long, messy story. But she
Mhm.
feels out of place, and she feels lonely, and she feels like no one knows who she is. She feels like no one knows her, and no one cares. And this is what it says in Genesis 16, verse 13. Um, she says this, she gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees me.
Mhm.
You are the God who sees me, for she said, I have now seen the one who sees me. And all that to say, God sees you, and God knows you, and God loves you. And even when it doesn't look like it, He's always there. And
Amen.
yeah.
That's good, man. No, that I heard that story for the like. Well, I've heard that story before, but like the way it was broken down. I went to Hillsong LA just as an assignment to write a paper for at Hope,
Yeah.
and not knowing that I was going to get completely obliterated by that message of like God going out in the dark and finding her and seeing her, and she was not only at that time a woman, a slave who had a child, in the worst way,
Uh-huh.
and was out alone, and God found her and saw her. So like that whole story just like wrecked me, man.
So good.
Um, Last thing, Derek, before we go, just encourage our students. Like, what is something that you do to help keep you kind of like in your relationship good with God? I know, like in this quarantine, like how do you stay connected to God right now?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's hard because I know, like, for some of us, it's just going to church,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have that. And I know some of you students don't have that. And I know that, like, going on Zoom is tough, but I would urge you guys to just keep staying connected. Every time Shepherd Youth has something, whether it's an Instagram live or stuff like this on the weekends or whatever the case may be, summer with Shepherd, like, go at that. Take advantage of these opportunities. But something practical you could always do is what I find myself connecting to God the most is when I listen to worship. And ironically, today's a worship game and all that stuff. But download as many worship songs as you can and just give yourself time and space to just listen.
Yeah.
And I truly feel like, and I preach on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? So I study through my Bible throughout the week. I prepare messages and I pray really hard and stuff like that. But I truly feel when I feel the most intimate and the most, I feel the closest with God when I worship and when I sing. And you don't need a band for you to do that. You don't need to go to church to do that. You could have it right here on your phone. And so I urge you, like, just listen, whether you're in the shower, whether you go on walks or whatever the case may be, but just sing and give God the glory and praise Him. And you'd be surprised. The more you listen to worship music, the more your life will be transformed. And that's that. I'm not hating on secular music or music that you hear on the radio. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that all of it is bad. But the
Yeah.
more you listen to worship music, the more that you'll be transformed because you understand more of who God is and what He's all about. So
That's right.
it's planned for you.
Stuff's changed my life, so I'm living proof. And I was in the world playing a lot of secular music, so I know what it's done to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Derek, man, again, I'm so sorry we didn't have more time to have you kind of talk more, but man, I love even the 10 to 11 minutes that you did share, man. I appreciate you and love you for jumping on with us today. Shepherd Youth Live, if you are on here again, we see you guys in the chat. Thank you, Henry, for joining us today. Sorry you took an L. But real quick, before we kick over to the Shepherd Church live service that is going on right now, we have 2 announcements. Remember that D groups, we're doing D groups this summer, and it's going to be cool. It's different, but it's going to be great. Registration is now open, so please jump on and register for D groups. The second announcement is a reminder that we still have the Shepherd Youth blog, and you can go to our website at shepherdyouth.com and check out the blog every single day to check out what we're doing and what we're sending your way with videos. Again, we love you guys. If you guys are free and you guys are still online, go to shepherdchurch.live.com right now, or go to Facebook. You can see Shepherd Church Live. I think even on YouTube, you can go live and check out the service right now. Derek, again, thank you, bro. I love you.
Jeff, love you
You're
too.
out.
I'll see you soon.
Peace out, friends.